Chances are that you've heard the term the normalization of deviation. It gives employees the opportunity and even the encouragement to take shortcuts that lead to disasters. But what is it and how does it happen? My name is Amy Souders, co-president of System Improvements, Inc., and I'm here to talk about the root causes behind the normalization of deviation. According to famous sociologist Diane Vaughan, normalization of deviance means that people within the organization become so accustomed to a deviant behavior that they don't consider it as deviant, despite the fact that they far exceed their own rules for elementary safety. Vaughan uncovered the role of normalization of deviance in NASA's Challenger disaster, an incident that became the poster child for this phenomenon. In the instance of the Challenger disaster, the infamous damaged O-ring was not replaced by management because they made a decision to prioritize speed over safety. This was not misconduct. This was a decision made based on a prerequisite. Shortcuts were encouraged in the NASA shuttle program due to the frantic race to meet deadlines. When it came to the day of the launch, the standard practice had become breaking the rules. Safety was compromised, not because there was any malicious intent on the part of the employees, but because NASA prioritized discipline and rewards that supported achieving deadlines instead of mitigating risks. It's easy to recognize the normalization of deviation when it leads to a disaster like the Challenger, because the eyes of the entire country turn to NASA for an understanding of the tragedy. But what about near misses, consistent system breakdowns, or the normalization of deviance that still hasn't been caught? When deviance is continually normalized, failure is inevitable. It functions a lot like a small hole in a boat. It might start as a small problem, but if it's treated as normal, then the boat will fill with water and sink. The normalization of deviation is typically shown as a spiral, in which mistakes are made in small increments, not appearing to be very far from the norm, as the norm continually fills in the space left behind by the overlooked mistake. If you get used to seeing a small amount of water in your boat, you might not notice the difference between when the water barely covers your toes and when it reaches your ankles. The same thing happens in the workplace. If cutting corners is permitted because it saves time, the standard becomes cutting corners. Because the standard is changing, it can be difficult to see when it is no longer met. When a disaster happens, an investigator might look at the official standards and find that the employee who made the mistake wasn't following them at all, chalking it up to misconduct. But the way things are meant to operate and the way things actually do operate are different worlds apart, sometimes due to necessary changes that make operations feel easier to do well. The issue is typically not an employee knowing a rule and choosing to do the opposite, but an employee being given a number of rules that often contradict each other. Be safe, be fast. Do it well, but do it cheap. Fast, cheap, and well are more regularly incentivized than safe, which makes it easier for deviance in the safety aspect to be normalized. If you see more mistakes being consistently made while enacting known policies or procedures, even if the mistakes do not lead to disaster, it might be time to look for solutions for the normalization of deviation. Mark Paradise, CEO of System Improvements, Inc., likes to say that normalization of deviation doesn't exist when it comes to crafting solutions for this phenomenon. His reasoning is that you don't have to normalize deviance. Deviance is normal, and what is abnormal is getting everyone to follow a strict set of rules. For example, during a national oil shortage, President Richard Nixon convinced Congress to pass a national speed limit of 55 miles per hour. Nobody followed this speed limit because it was an unrealistic expectation, and deviating from the new standard was entirely normal. Most of the time, normalized deviance is an indicator of the same thing. The rules in place might be considered unnecessary or burdensome. Besides that, we see people breaking rules because they are just guidelines, or just for the inexperienced, or everyone does it. Human nature leads us to try to find the quickest, easiest way to get things done. This doesn't make us inherently bad at our jobs. In fact, it typically enables us to develop technology that serves us better. However, this strength can be a setback when it comes to creating a high-reliability workplace. Rules, especially safety rules, can feel constricting or difficult to follow. This leads deviance to run rampant and reliability to fall by the wayside. So how can you fix something as fundamental as human nature? To put it simply, you can't. But you can fix your system. A good system works alongside human nature, giving employees a way to do their jobs easily and efficiently without compromising safety. It requires 3 things: good communication, good investigations, and good human factors based on design. Having good communication between leadership and employees empowers staff to bring up when something doesn't work and enables leadership to make necessary changes so that nobody needs to take shortcuts. A common example is stop work authority. In a busy workplace, confrontation can be confused with conflict. Without clear communication, employees may hesitate to report their concerns. Management should assert that operators have the authority to halt operations when they see something wrong. Having good investigations helps a company to find places where a system doesn't support those who operate within it and fix them in response to an incident. And finally, the principles of human factors-based design give a company the tools to fix their system overall. You can watch our video on the principles of design here. Deviance from the rules can often feel like an impossible underlying cause to uproot, but luckily, we're here to help. TapRooT Root Cause Analysis is designed to assist you in applying these 3 concepts to your company. We're rooted in human factors, and we know how to build high-reliability systems that are easy for employees to uphold. If you want to normalize excellence instead of deviance, send us a message at taproot.com/contact.